Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're back. All right, let me get my my video on. Hello, everyone. We're back for another indie game dev stream about a short Odyssey. Today, we're gonna be making a boat. Because we have our man here, Yusuf, and there's a little bit of dialogue that he says, where he mentions, I'm Yusuf Alfazari, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing here? Me and my captain were shipwrecked on this island. We were separated. If you see her, please let her know where to find me. Okay, and then I ask, tell me more about the shipwreck? Well, the ship is probably at the bottom of the ocean by now. Before she sank, me and the captain managed to escape in a lifeboat. Unfortunately, the lifeboat got smashed up on the rocks. All I managed to save was one of the paddles. It's over my shelter. Okay, so we have a paddle, right? And we have a canoe, which is pretty much the only way to use the paddle. But I thought it might be kind of cool if we had Yusuf's boat that got smashed up on the rocks, and maybe we were, like, able to repair it or something, and we could use it to our own devices to travel around the island. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, to our own devices. Oh, I should get rid of the starting soon text because the stream has started. We're online here. Yeah, so we're gonna build a boat, and it's gonna go up on these rocks, and then we're gonna fix it, and then we're gonna sail in it. So, now that that intro's out of the way, why don't we get some reference for boats? So what I usually do, let's get some music going here while we're gonna end up starting up Blender in a second as well. But, hopefully you guys can hear the music. Just so you don't get distracted while I, say silly things. So we're gonna use, we're gonna rely on DuckDuckGo here to give us some, image references. I just searched 1600s boat, which is probably not... Hey, what up, Grubby? Welcome to the stream. We're making a boat. These are very cool boats, and they're actually pretty similar to the boat that you see in the very beginning of the game that's behind you. But, well, I would actually like to make, one of these big boats. I don't think we're gonna get it done in a stream because this is gonna be a lot of modeling work, but we're gonna look for a smaller boat, like the lifeboat that Yusuf. Okay, this does not look like 1600s. Okay, let's search. Wooden lifeboat. Can we use it in game? Make a frigate. Hey, Paul. Welcome to the stream. Frigates weren't... Okay, history people can come at me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that frigates were really, like, a thing in this time period. Perhaps... I think that was a bit of a later thing. Okay. Yeah, something simple like this. So, wooden rowboat. Well, this looks kind of old-timey. Let's do something like this. Or... I do like... Yeah, this, because this looks very old-timey, which I like. But just to get the shape of the boat, you know, we got to do the classic two-view reference image, because that's how to model quickly and easily. So let's go get Blender. We got Blender 4.4 open here, and we're gonna bring in our image reference. And then we're gonna start modeling. Yeah, so as for the thing I was saying about frigates, like, I think, like, it was more of a, like, a carrack and caravel type situation that you would have. Maybe a schooner of some kind. But maybe I'm getting my, my things from the classic video game Sid Meier's Pirates. Alright, so. Make sure to get a comfortable mattress for the boat as well. I don't know if this is big enough to sleep on the boat. Like, also, I don't think people were very comfortable in these days, like, in old-timey sailing days. Oopsies. Like, I think it was a rough existence. You had, like, hammocks and stuff. I'm gonna scale this from the 3D cursor. So, what I would really like to be doing right now is using the music I's the Buy That Builds the Boat, which, you know, is what I titled the stream. Like, I don't know if that's a famous song outside of Canada, but, like, I feel like everybody knows that song. Like, we, like, sang it in school and shit. But unfortunately, this is YouTube, and the recording I wanted to use by Great Big Sea is copyrighted, so I can't play it on stream. But yeah, I'm building a boat. I's the buy that builds the boat, and I's the buy that sails her. I's the buy that catches the fish and brings them home to Liza. Actually, we can get rid of this. We can get rid of half of our thing because we can use a mirror. All right, vertices. Let's just straighten that thing out. We can add our mirror modifier. I'm blind. Okay. Make sure to. Emma plays in one of the... actually plays in one of the... Of course, Sarah. Of course you don't know the... I mean, that's pretty awesome, Paul. I didn't know that. Anyway. Sarah, of course you don't know the song because I only realized recently that this is like a Canadian thing. Like, this song. But yeah, Great Big Sea, great band. Alright, we're going to mirror. Cool. So, another really... Murray Foster, okay. Very cool. So this is another really cool option that Blender has, which is that not only can I mirror the thing, but I can actually just model one side of the wood, and then I can add a thicken, or whatever it's called, solidify. Yeah, solidify modifier, and then just make it thick. Yeah, oh yeah, standard disclaimer, using modeling software, all my opinions are my own, not my employer's. You know the drill. I'm gonna say that just because, like, I keep saying the wrong names for modifiers in Blender, and that's because of what, it's because of what I do for work. It's because that's what we call them there. Whatchamacallit. There's gotta be a royalty-free recording of that tune. If you find one, a royalty-free recording, post it in chat, and I will play it on stream. But yeah, the Great Big Sea one is the one that I would have liked to play it, but you know how YouTube is. Alright. Cool. Need another... We're gonna do the classic sub-D modifier. We're gonna put that just before our solidify. And then we're gonna shade smooth. And we're gonna increase the level of thing there. And then for now, even though I hate... Actually, no, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a... We're gonna add a weighted normal. Yeah, does that solve our issue? Not quite. I'll be right back in 20 minutes. Keep up the good work. All right, see you soon. Okay, so, sorry, what was I doing? I'm trying to... There's a really weird thing that happens with normals, whereas if you only have, like, okay, normals are like sort of smooth across faces so that you can have round things. But when you have a sharp transition, the shading is going to look weird unless you use a sharp normal. But I don't like sharp normals because they're too sharp. So what I like to do, and actually when I bake out my normals for the final mesh, it's not going to have this problem, but I'm going to add a bevel right after my... Okay, so after the solidify, we're going to put the bevel, but before the weighted normal. And then... Let's turn off the sub-D for a second. Yeah. The bevel is beveling too much. 1 second. Just gotta get the right amount. Okay. That's probably good. And then I am going to adjust my weighted normal. And there we go. We have a edge that is flat, but not sharp. So it's not like... Because if I went in and I took this and I just did mark sharp on this. Oh no, not mark seam, mark sharp. Actually, oh, the weighted normal got rid of that, so I gotta keep sharp. See, it makes this very unnatural looking edge. It's like very computery. Do recordings become public? If you have a recording that's over 100 years old, yeah, that would be in the public domain. Yeah. Oh, speaking of public domain music and everything, PSA about I guess not really a PSA, but announcement about GP Direct. If you're interested, if you like my videos, me and a bunch of friends are doing a showcase of graphics programming work that people have done, games and engines and things like that. It's going to be called GP Direct. It's going to be on the Graphics Programming YouTube channel, also graphicsprogramming.org. And it'll be out in the next couple of weeks. And everybody worked really hard, and we found a lot of public domain music to be in the background. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be amazing. I got lots of great videos this year that people submitted, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. All right, back to the modeling here. So I'm gonna put my sub-D back on. Cool. What's going on up here? Oh, this is because they. I mean, that's. Okay. I'm gonna actually manually add a bevel. And then we're gonna do bevel weight. Okay, cool. That fixed the front here. Cool. And then we're also gonna, this is gonna need to be a crease, because the back of the boat needs to be like a little bit sharper. Actually, let's actually manually add in a bevel into the geometry, And then that will... Wait, does that not work? Oh, bevel. Yeah, and then that will do the work to sharpen it. And then we can add the bevel weight here. Cool. There we go. That's pretty nice. All right. And then let's hide the thing here. All right. So this... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save the boat file. Rowboat dot... rowboat. And then we can call it rowboat.blend. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So we got to do the other angle now. I'm actually doing this way faster than I thought I would, but it's okay. Because we did all those modifier tricks, which help you get work done a lot faster. That is really the key to, like, getting fast at using Blender, is, like, automate as much stuff as possible with the modifiers. And, like, yeah, I know, because I literally was looking for a version of that song before the stream, but I couldn't find it. But anyway, yeah, learning exactly what each modifier does and being able to figure out, like, when to use it, that's, like, that was, like, really helped me a lot, like, using Blender. Alright. Also, like, I'm not quite there yet, but also using geometry nodes, if you know how to use those, like, you can really get fast. It was published in a text collection in 1927. Yeah, I mean, the lyrics, the music, like, the song is public domain for sure, but, like, I couldn't find a public domain recording, but I mean, I guess I'm okay to perform it on stream if I wanted to. Guitar is over there, but I will save that for next stream. All right, let's move this to 0, x equals 0. Which is not quite a perfect side view, but it'll do. Basically, I'm gonna take our... Sing it? Okay, well, I'll turn the music off here, and then I will let me find the lyrics, cause Eyes the Bye, traditional Newfoundland folk song. All right, so so for all you non-Canadians who don't know this song, you're about to find out. Let's find a suitable image. All right. I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her. I's the boy that catches the fish and brings them home to Liza. Hip your partner, Sally Thibault. Hip your partner, Sally Brown. Fogo, Twill and Gate, Morton's heart around the circle. I'm fucking that up. Sods and rinds to cover your flake. Cake and tea for supper. Codfish cut in the spring of the year. Fried in maggoty butter. I don't want your maggoty fish, they're no good for winter. I could buy as good as that down in Buena Vista. I took Liza to a dance as fast as she could travel, and every step she did take, her knees were in the gravel. Susan White, she's out to sight, her petticoats... Oh, anyway, yeah, you get the gist. I did not do a great job singing that song, but, you know. That's the song. Look it up, look up the Great Big Sea version, listen to it after the stream. So that you know the reference. I don't think it's that important, but, you know, it's in my brain now. Alright, what were we doing with this boat? Because I's the boy that builds a boat. So if you're not an expert on the Newfoundland dialect, I's the boy basically means, like, it's like, I'm the guy. Like, it like, boy is like boy, but, like, it doesn't mean boy in this context. All right, and this guy's gonna curve up at the end. Great singing, thank you, Sarah. All right, just gonna do that. Once again, I want to make sure that this is quads, so I'm gonna cut here again. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Is that going? That's too much. All right. So, oh, I gotta get the royalty-free YouTube music back on. All right. Sorry, what was I doing? Okay. So, there's kind of like the wooden beam in the middle here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an edge here. I'm gonna scale to 0. So that's completely straight now. And then we are gonna extrude off of it. And then that's gonna give us a nice... and then we're gonna, I guess we want to do the normal here. Right. Normal and then... oh yeah, we need to... Okay. We gotta delete this inner piece here. It's created a bunch of faces that we don't actually need. So we're just gonna delete those. Alright, and then we're gonna take this. And then we're gonna scale 0. And then we're gonna move it to... Wait, why did that not work? Alright. Scale. X. 0. Oh, because I'm scaling along normal. I'm an idiot. Okay. We gotta scale along the x-axis. Then we're gonna take this and then we're gonna set it to 0 here. Okay. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Oh, this should also be at was x0. Cool. So you can kind of see that's... Like, I don't know what this part of the ship is called. But it's got, like, the... It's got that beam going down the middle. Alright. Alright, that's not beveled. But I do want this edge to be beveled. Oh, wait, no, I want the edge, not the vertex. Alright, cool. Alright, sorry, scale that. S, 0. Get this guy in here. Okay, something's going on. I gotta get rid of the mirror for a second. Because it looks like we got some faces that are undesirable. Let's turn off the solidify as well. Maybe. Something... Oh, I think it might just be this vertex here. Okay. So we're gonna want to... Okay, I think this edge we should put a crease in. Or a bevel. Alright, let's turn off 70 for a second. Alright. Okay, these two should be merged. Oh, wait. Or no, I see. Okay, wait. This guy needs to come... Wait. Over here. Does that kind of make sense? So we actually need... a little bit of... Yeah, okay, cool. Just to get this front piece, it's kind of important, I think. Oh god, I screwed up my topology now somewhere. It's okay, this happens. So, we're gonna take this guy. Yeah, if you have a weird looking sub-D, sometimes it's worth it to turn the sub-D modifier off for a second, then work on it as just a regular mesh, and then turn it back on so you can... Alright. Cool. Then we'll get these back to being quads. Okay. So now, let's cut this in half, and then merge these two. And there we go, that's all quads, nice. So, let's get our bevel back on here. And then this is... Okay, one more bevel. Okay. Cool. So there should be a crease in here now. Come on. And then when we turn the sub-D back on, there's like a... It's like sharper in here. Right? Turn solidify back on. Turn mirror back on. Is there a weird sharp edge in here somewhere? Just gonna go ahead and clear sharp just in case. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like this weird line in here, and I'm really not sure what that is. So why don't I do... No, Grubby, not everybody in this stream is from GP. Yeah, is it ever explicitly stated that Luis is Portuguese? No, but that can be inferred from his name, I suppose. Alright, what's going on here? Is the bevel? Oh, okay. Something's going on with the bevel. That's what... I see, because these all meet up over here. So why don't we make this also beveled? Okay, now that's... Is it because it's a bevel? Alright, I'm going to turn off the bevel for now, but we're going to get back to that. And this guy needs to become a quad, so he's going to be. Just makes it better. Okay, there's something weird going on here. Oh. I didn't shade smooth everything. Okay, does that help? Still something weird going on. I guess. Okay, creasing here makes sense. And let's try adding the bevel here so that it continues. I hate that. Sorry if this is kind of confusing, but we are going to sometimes you can get in a weird situation, like it's just like looks like weird ass geometry. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul already knows that song. Okay, that cleaned up some of it. And then let's do one here. Oh, I see what's going. So it is actually beveling. It's just a tiny bevel. All right. So let's... Okay, I'm going to remove the bevel here, and I'm just going to make it a... Just going to make it a crease, not a bevel. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, I go a little nutty over shading sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Still something going on here. Let's see what we can do. Cut some stuff. Okay. But... yeah, I'm just doing a weird thing to make sure that everything is still quads. There's like different... yeah. Because this kind of topology like generally works out a little bit better if like your edge flow kind of follows the curvature here. But something's... this really wants to go inward here, this edge flow here. And... okay, well, it seems... okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna change the look of the boat. Let's get this back over here. We're just gonna have a piece coming out on this side. Alright. Cool. Coming out the back. ASO choir. Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, you can play drums. I know you can. You've said so. What was I gonna do? Yeah, get rid of the mirror. All right. All right. Let's get that in here. Yeah, we got all weird kind of normals in here. All right, let's crease off. Crease off. Crease this one. Sorry. Crease on. All right. Let's get rid of the bevel. Alright, so, sub D. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. We still got this weird shit going on here. Mirror. Wait, are we missing something? Okay, mirror. Oh, because it's not exactly at 0. And then 0. And then we mirror it again. Solidify. Solidify. This guy's got to be sharpener. Yeah, I think the solidify modifier is not working for us after we started adding that bit, so I'm just going to delete it. So now we have slightly different look here. And then let's add the weight normalize on it. Add the bevel. All right. I don't know why I can't seem to get a nice edge here. Let's try this. Okay, that's much better. Sometimes when you're doing subdivision surface, you gotta add vertices that don't really do anything, but they are necessary, and it's hard to tell you why. Alright. Sorry for that massive, like... I mean, I hope it was obvious, like, what the shading error was, and I'm not just, like, you know, being an insane person here. I'm gonna go ahead and merge this guy over here. Yeah. Then let's enable that again. Nice. Okay. So, do we have the bevel weight here? It's doing something. It needs to be increased. No. No bevel. This guy should not have a bevel. Anyway. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna... extrude and then shrink. That should... non-diegetic English. So presumably documents you find in the universe are written in Spanish. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's never specified. Like, you would assume, I guess, Spanish would be like the lingua franca, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, for reasons of, like, you know, the player's got to play, like, the document is going to be written in whatever language you have the game set to, right? Which at the moment is English, Portuguese, Polish, German, and possibly French. All right. Does this guy need a weird cutaway here? To fix this. What is going on here? Oh, this guy shouldn't be bubbled. This guy is creased. Does this guy need to be creased? Yeah. Well, it helps if it's creased, I guess. What if I don't crease this? No. Okay, it must be creased. Yeah, got it. Alright. Do I know all these languages? No. The only language I know confidently enough to speak is English. But the translations were provided by the translations that exist. No language other than English is complete, but there's partial translations provided by GP members for those languages. Yeah, Ollie, I just, I guess I just explained that. But yeah. Can I get, no. Okay, cool. But yeah, we are not doing machine translation. I don't believe in that. You know, we're doing community translations basically. Because I think that is one of the best ways to do translations. Because, you know, if you actually like get like a translation company to do it, it's like it can be quite expensive. Like, so if you're a big, you know, but also it's like not always the best way to do it because like you're hiring somebody who doesn't necessarily understand video games very well, or like, but if you have community translations, you're guaranteed to get somebody who like, you know, they like your game enough to do a translation. So like, you know, they're invested in it at least. Can you invest in my game? No, I do not accept investments. It's a bad investment, so don't do it. Unless you're the Ontario government, then please give me grant money. All right, just cleaning that up. So now we can extrude this down and do sort of inside. This guy's got to move back. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the mirror and the sub-D because we need to be careful when we're doing this. All right. Let's go side view here. I will say, I think modeling the cannon went more smoothly. I don't know why this guy's being so weird. I guess because cannon's made of more simple shapes, it doesn't have like a lot of curvature to it. It's easier to model stuff like that. All right. Have you gotten any grants for this? Not yet, but I am currently in the process of applying for some of them. So wish me luck, I guess. Smooth bore, if you will. Yes, that is, yeah, that's good. Yeah, but like complex curvature is sometimes hard to do. Like Especially when you get these weird corners here. Because subdies don't necessarily like to do that. So yeah, if you have any Blender tips, feel free to send them my way. Even though I spend a lot of time doing this, I can still learn. All right, let's extrude this down again. And then these guys at the front are gonna move inward. And then this guy is gonna create a face. And then we're going to I will say, I think Maya has a little bit better tools for like filling in faces like this because they have like quad draw. What's the money spent on? I'm glad that you asked. The money would be spent on my rent if I got it. And then like, you know, I don't know, if we were just doing solo indie dev, like that would be my preference. And so if I got money from the government, that would allow me to do that. Because right now, like, I have a day job, right? So, yeah. All right. This guy's gonna come in. All right, so now, edges. Right, that makes sense. Yeah. I would love to be a solo indie dev full time, but currently, I need a job. But yeah, here's what you can do, actually, Grub Stomper, since you asked if you wanted to invest in my game. But if you want to help me out, the best thing you can do is wishlist the game on Steam. There's a link below this video. And if you've already wishlisted it, which I know you have because you're watching my stream, tell all your friends to wishlist A Short Odyssey on Steam. That would be the best way to help me out. Also, subscribe to the channel. And tell your friends to subscribe. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, there should not be a bevel here. That should just be, yeah, flat. Or here. Come on. Like, I think the Blender bevel modifier, like, every time I try to use it, it annoys me. Just because, like, it's so close to being really useful. But there's just not enough control over what it does. So, like, I often find making manual bevels ends up just, like, sort of working a lot better, but we're already too deep in doing the manual bevel modifier stuff here. I don't have any friends with good taste. None of them will play Cave Story. If I have a surplus grant, I can license the Great Big Sea Tune. Yes. Yes, I definitely could. What was I saying? Alright. What am I doing here? That's a quad. And then that's a quad. Might not be the best quad though. I can do that better. Alright. This guy. I'm gonna go like that. This guy's gonna go like that. Bear with me for a second. Alright, we've almost done, like, the body of the boat. We're gonna get this into the game, hopefully shortly, and then we can start seeing if we need to do any code to make it work. Alright, this guy is gonna go... like... that's a 5 of them, though. Okay, maybe we need another one in here. Then... oh, shit. So... okay. And then we can cut here, and so it's all still quads. Cool. Then this guy's a quad. Then this guy is a quad. Cool. Now let's see what this looks like. 1 second. Hopefully boat-like. Alright, sub D. Let's go. Nice. Oh, there's a guy. He's bursting out of the seams. Let's get the edge, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Just needs to be up a little bit. There we go. Much nicer. Okay. Do I dare put a crease in here? Oof, this is... here's what I can do. I can... bam. Now that's a triangle, which is not ideal, but we can make it a quad. There we go. Yeah, let's finish our... can I just make this flat? And this guy. And then, can we bevel it? Or is that going to cause problems? No, that's actually perfect. All right. Let's sub D? Can we sub D? Still good? Oh shit, something weird's going on here. Oh, I see. This guy is this guy creased? Cool. All right, how many triangles we got here? 3,000 triangles. Okay, let's do one level of sub D for now. Just because I... okay. Let's add our mirror back. Okay. Almost. Okay, something's going on weird in the middle here. I bet you it's not exactly on center line. Yeah, that's exactly it. Cool. That cleans that up. Alright. Still a little bit of weirdness going on the front here. Let's see what we can do with that. Can I get away with beveling that? Maybe not. Oh, I see. Here's what we can do. Looks a little bit better. Then, what happens if I... Almost there. Now I just need to get rid of our subdivision for a second. Get rid of our bevel. Some weirdness is going on here. Okay, so this guy's gonna need to be cut somewhere. All right, bear with me for a second. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. What happens now when we turn these back on? Good enough for now. Okay, that should... Oops. I feel like this needs to be... Yeah. This whole edge needs to be this creased. Cool. Pretty boat-like. You got the Neil Young text. Yes, but I appreciate if you don't dox me on stream. But yes, I did get them. Cool. And then maybe not. Okay. It should be. Okay, there we go. True? You didn't, but they know what city I live in. Anyway, it's not a big deal. All right. Move the kid down. Just put in some final touches on the shape here. Then we're gonna do a... Yeah. All right, cool. Let's see, can we get a texture on this? Can we... Oh, it's gonna be tough to UV unwrap this. Oh, no, we can UV unwrap this. So let's just do, like, the dumbest possible UV unwrap. Minimum stretch. Cool. And then let's import. Alright. Gotta find the materials that we have here. 1 second. Source models. Wood. Wait, materials is the folder. No textures? Textures, yes. No, not a garage door. You'll never know what I use the garage door for. Pine tree. Yeah, if you guys did a cover of that song with Emma on fiddle, like, I would use that song for so many things. Alright, well, okay, I'm using a fine-grained wood. What does that look like? Yeah, that'll do. That's the same one I used for the cannon, I think. But, alright. Cool. Actually, that looks surprisingly good. Just for a basic UV unwrap. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust this so that the grain looks good. Hopefully. So, UV editing is the nightmare of all modelers because nobody knows how to do it correctly. I only sort of know how to do it. Actually, I'm just realizing that's an N-gon there? Oh, okay. You know me. Can I fix this without breaking it? Okay. Yeah. Well, no, that guy's an N-gon, but yeah, we'll leave that guy can be an N-gon for now. Okay. Let's turn on the. So we just need to make sure that these vertices are all straight, and then it should just kind of work. Hopefully, if I'm selecting the right things. Align. 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 But then we're getting this weird. Oh, I see. It's because this guy is not. Alright, I'm gonna go back into the modifiers, go to sub D. Modify. UVs. Okay, there we go. But now it's using keep corners. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Now it's kind of doing a better looking grain. Let's do the same with the front. And then we're just gonna move these away so that they're a little bit cleaner looking. And let's get some barnacles going. All right. Oh, on the boat? I guess I could do that. I'm just not really sure how. I guess you could eat that, yeah. How do the drums go? For what? Oh, for, whatchamacallit, for the Eyes the Buy song. They don't really... Wait, does the Great Big Sea version have drums? Like, I'm blanking. Like, but anyway, it doesn't traditionally have drums because it's like a folk song from Newfoundland. not to say that there are no drums in Newfoundland, but like, it's sort of like a sea shanty, you know what I mean? Bodhran. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the big Irish drum thing, which I assume they also play in Newfoundland. All right, so cool. Let's export this boat, and then we could get into the engine and actually. Hopefully, this is the right size. Okay, so export GLTF include selected objects. Oh, and then we're gonna have to do the. I'm gonna change the texture actually real quick. There's just a couple things I gotta do before we export this. So, content, release, resources, textures. Sorry. Source models. Textures. Fine grain wood, right. So right now what I'm doing with textures is kind of sloppy, but sometimes you have to do sloppy things on stream to get things moving. But, you know, tis the way it is. Okay, this is non-color because it's a normal map. Add color RGB curves so that we do the DirectX normal map thing. Okay, and then add vector normal map. Cool. Wait, is that even visible? Yeah, sort of. And then we add the roughness, which is just non-color, but we can connect that straight in. Okay, cool. So let's export this. Meshes. Rowboat. Selected GTF. Keep original. Fly modifiers. Where's rowboat? Did I make the... Alright. Rowboat. Oh, there's already one. Save. Cool. So now, we should be able to open this in the game. Nope, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Flashed my Discord for a minute. Jake said you should have a tavern in the game and we could record some session tunes for it. It wouldn't really make sense to have a tavern on the island, but we can workshop that. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna turn off this music so that we can do game stuff for a second. Okay, so let's actually we're gonna go release mode real quick for a second. And then we're gonna change the game capture to. Might just take a second. ASO.exe once it pops up. The crew definitely had enough time. Well, I mean, you guys can have like a nice party down at the pirate camp. We can do some tunes for that. I think that would be cool. Maybe some of the pirates have instruments. Maybe Pierre plays the fiddle or something like that. I don't know. All right. 1 second. Okay. For sure, Irish tunes for the pirate camp. Yeah, there's a tune there right now, which is just like a silly little song that I made. But it would be sick if I got some of you guys to do some instruments for... Here we go. It's just like a really simple, basic song here, but... Does anybody play the tin whistle? Anyway, so this is where we want to get the boat, I suppose, so... Let's get the boat. So, no, not maps. We want meshes. Rowboat. Okay, so this is where I'm going to introduce you guys to the concept. Okay, that's a little big. No, that could be about right. Okay, that is too big. We're going to fix that. But in a second. Next time you spawn Mustafa, bring him some Mustafa? I don't know Mustafa. Yeah. Alright, let's fix this boat here. The scale is all off. 13 meters is probably a bit long, so let's do... Let's do... 8 meters. And let's go back to game capture. Can we reload? Okay. That's better. Well, still, yeah, that'll do for now. Anyway, cool. There's a problem with this, and that is that, as you can see, the guy, oh, that's Yusuf Al-Fazari. He's supposed to be from North Africa, because, you know, pirates come from all over the place. So as you can see, it's not, I could just walk right through it. There's no physics happening here. But we can make there be physics. So the first thing we could do is add a collider. And do shape from mesh, which is gonna create, it's gonna create a collider, like, it's a perfect collision shape, like it, see, like, look, his feet are even going at the right angle and everything, but there's a big problem with doing that, and that is that, mesh collision shapes are really slow to do, dynamic objects with. So if we want the object to move, which we do, because we want the boat to float, we need to give it a Faisal. I mean, that's a cool name, but we need to give it a simpler collision shape if we want to do physics with it, because we want the boat to float, right? So we got to turn off shape for mesh, and then we're gonna give it a compound shape, which for some reason we're calling it mesh, but we're gonna say resources / meshes. Actually, we don't have to name it yet, but we could do the simple thing and just do the, how many, 4 holes? This is probably not gonna work very well, but we're gonna find out. Eight holes is probably enough. We're gonna use the automatic compound collision compound shape decomposition library called vhackd, which we're gonna do. It might take a second because we're... Oh, that was fast. Cool. So now, this boat is now made of many compound convex hull shapes. But if we now make this a rigid body... Okay, I'm just gonna save that. We might run into a... You can do all this without writing any code. I now know I need to invest in game editors. Yes, yes. You can do a lot without writing any code if you already wrote the code beforehand. Yeah. But what am I gonna say? So, I need to give this guy... I held off making so long. Yeah. No, literally, like... In my opinion, if you start making a game, the first thing you should do is make a character that can run around, and the second thing that you should do is make an editor. So, okay, let's make this guy... I have my doubts that we're not going to have explosive physics in a second, because... compound shapes might not work for... Like, compound convex hull shapes... technically can have overlapping things, so the buoyancy calculation might be absolutely screwed up, but we're gonna find out. Rigid body. And then we're gonna have to give it a weight. Or a mass, technically. I don't know, let's make 200. Make a ship that can fly around. Yes, yes, you! The first thing you should do is make crabs. Well, I already did that, so, Alright. 200. Maybe that's too light, but I'm going to save real quick, because things might get a little bit dicey in a second after I hit on pause. Yep. It's... We got issues here. So, what I found works way better is to kind of make a fake collision shape that is better designed for the object that you're trying to make, even if it doesn't fully physically match reality. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go into shape, and we're gonna remove all these subshapes. And then we're gonna add a box. And we're gonna go to this box. Wait, where did the box go? Subshape 0. Hit tab. That's going to go us into local mode. We should be able to modify this guy. No, okay, wait. Gotta select the... Gotta be careful when I'm doing this. The subshape only. Alright. And we're just going to make a platform for now, even though that's... It's not physically correct. But it's gonna work good for our purposes. Then we're gonna... save that guy. We're gonna duplicate this shape. Gonna rotate it. Gonna... scale. Alright. Gel water. Alright, let's save. Okay, we're gonna call this the rowboat. Make it a prefab as well. Save, save, and let's just see what this looks like real quick. I like the tunes playing in the background right now. Well, thank you very much, Tutu. That is a song that I wrote. It's called Pirate Camp. Great, great name. I just named it after the place that it's in. Okay, so this is a little bit silly, but this guy's bouncing around a little bit too much. I think he needs to be heavier. He's got too much buoyancy. Where's your body? 400 pounds. Well, 400 kilograms, actually, not pounds. Sorry. Okay, this subshape can actually be moved further back. And then expanded this way. Cool. Okay. How many pounds? How many kilos? 800 kilograms. Still bouncing around a bit, but, you know, we're gonna... Oh, well, here's what we can do. We can make them a little bit... The subshape's a little bit thinner. 0.2. Because, as we all know from Archimedes' principle, the amount of buoyancy is proportional to the volume of the submerged thing, the mass of the submerged object. No, volume. I can't remember Archimedes' principle right now, even though I did a whole video on it. But things that are bigger displace more water. Yes, the mass of the displaced water. Things that are bigger displace more water, which means they float more. And then they're less dense. Right, yeah, anyway. Cool. Now we're... Okay, we can see that there's a little bit... This is because... So I'm gonna actually fix it in the mesh. I'm gonna make the floor go... This is actually a classic problem in video games, that water shows through the boats. You understood what I was trying to mansplain. Okay, well. Good. There's a classic problem where water comes through the bottom of boats, and like every game has a different way of like fixing that. But my way is just to make the bottom of the boat a little bit higher than it is in reality, so that you just don't see it. So we're gonna take these two vertices and just move them up, so that you don't see the water coming through. I remember a video from some game dev. Yeah, I think it was Simon Schreibt. He has some good videos similar to that, I think. Also, he follows me on Blue Sky, which you can too. You guys can all follow me on Blue Sky. There's a link below. All right, let's export this. Rowboat. And then, if we reload the mesh... Where's my mesh? Yeah, okay, see? Most of the water is gone. We can make it a little bit higher. And that should get rid of all of it. Let's actually just select this whole segment. Just enough to make to hide the water. Okay, where's my button? I need to make this UI maybe a little bit... Okay, there we go. Now you can't see the water anymore. Are we floating higher than is plausible? We're probably floating a little bit high in the water. I'm gonna need to adjust that, but for now, this is fine. And then I'm gonna add another box just for the side of the boat. All right. Duplicate. Make it smaller, and then move it over here. Okay, we can rotate it 90 degrees. Alright. Then we're gonna duplicate that guy. Wait. Okay. And then we're gonna take the the Y coordinate, make it, no, the X coordinate and make it negative. And then it'll be on the other side. Cool. Save. Save. And now... yeah, now we can't walk off the boat. Simon schreibt. I need to exercise your German. I don't know. Did I pronounce that wrong? I don't know. I do. You're right. Schreibt. Anyway, you can. Okay, so right now we okay, there's a missing thing here, but we actually are able to just... I did it right. Okay, Simon schreibt. Okay. So, we're gonna get something weird here just because the boat is big. But he can paddle it. But we have a problem. Yes, Tutu is from GP, but you'll have to guess who they are on GP, because their name is not Tutu. So yeah, you can see that there's a weird thing happening right now where he's able to pilot the boat, but his paddle is going through the ground. So there's some animation stuff that definitely needs to be fixed here. Can I get through here? Probably not. We need a periscope. Why do we need a periscope? We have a telescope. For that kind of... yeah, I know, it's... There's many wrong things with this. This mechanism, but it was sort of designed for the canoe and also for the raft. But this is actually kind of a cool... oh god. This... I'm doing the Austin Powers stuck car thing. I gotta head to a friend's house. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for tuning in, Sarah. We're gonna be on here for another half hour, but yeah, the boat probably is a little bit big. Let's make it smaller. Okay. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have saved this, actually. Uh-oh. Shit. I'm gonna undo all the things I just did by putting this paddle back, and then I'm gonna save again. Alright. Cool. We're gonna make the boat a little bit smaller, because I still think it's actually a little bit big. And then we're gonna need to redo some of the collision shape. Probably needs a sail. Yeah, maybe. That could be cool. People do want to sail. They are asking for that. If it was smaller, you could do oars, yeah. But I'm gonna make this... how much smaller? 70% of the size, let's say. And then, let's save. Robo. And we're gonna need to adjust the whatchamacallit again, the collision shape. Okay. This guy. Okay, that looks like a much more reasonable size, actually. But now these bits just need to move in a little bit. We get a Verlet simulation that way, too. Good idea. Verlet simulation, can you remind me what that is? Is that the thing with the, like, the waving, like, when you have, like, a spring or something like that? I can't remember the physics bit. Alright. This guy needs to move in. And this guy also needs to move in. That guy just needs to get narrower. One second. Okay, so that's going to be 1.8. 1.8. And then this guy's going to be 1.8. We get the sail flag. Oh, okay. Yeah. That is true. Actually, I wonder if I could do the sails with the same math that I used for the blowing leaves. I could actually literally do that because I already have the code for the blowing leaves. I wonder what would happen if I did the sail that way. We could try that a little bit later on stream. Okay. But save prefab. All right. Cool. That's a much. Okay, let's get our paddle. It's still doing the thing, even though this is a much better boat size. I think we will need to do we will need to have a different animation, at least for when he's in this boat. So I just want to point out that there's actually nothing in here that says that this is a boat. Like literally anything in a short Odyssey is a boat. So like if I were to go over here, like anything that can float in a short Odyssey can be a boat. So even this log, if I can, aha, see? It's a boat. I'm probably gonna fall off in a second, but we've beached it. Maybe this guy would be better. Alright, can I? Oh, come on. Get up there. Get onto the... Come on. Alright. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. I like the log, thank you. It's a little bit of a challenge to stay upright on the log. Oh god. But what does work, strap a cannon to the log and take it to fight the seas. Alright. We can do that. We need a cannon. Let's spawn in a cannon. Actually, I wonder if the cannon can float. Okay, not... I mean, actually, this could probably float. We could do the table as well. Let's try it on a couple different things. Cannon. Alright. Will the cannon float? I don't know. But, so we've actually added wheels to the cannon that actually spin when we push it, which is kind of cool. Although it's not wheeling because it's in the water. Yeah, there you go. You can see the wheels move. Okay, the cannon can float, which is interesting, which means it can be a boat. Come on, can we get up? There we go. Oh, although the fire cannon seems to be overriding our paddle. Haha, yes, even use the cannon. Actually, you can. Look, the cannon can be... Oh, shit. Yeah, we can use the cannon as propulsion. Some funny things might happen, though. 1 second, let's get back to the beginning of the game. Okay, so this actually works really well as a boat. So if we take our paddle, and we... Let's wait for him to get up first. Put the cannon on the new boat. Sure, why not? Okay, well, let's get on here. Oh! We fell off. Let's get back on. Let's just sail over there real quick. We need sail physics, that's higher priority? Alright, okay. I'm gonna quickly put the cannon on the new boat, and then we're gonna see if we can get sails. Let's see how quickly we can get sails. We're just gonna use the big boat as the thing, but, okay. Spawn a cannon. Wait, that's a bomb. I didn't mean to do that. Cannon. Alright, is this gonna fit? Okay. We're paddling with a cannon. Do you intend to keep the stream spoiler free? I think we're too far gone for that. I think there's no way that these streams are going to continue to be spoiler free. But, like, yeah, you know. That's kind of cool. We got cannon on a boat. Hope it's worth it. All right. Let's see if we can get sail physics. Fire the cannon. Okay, well, I have to stop paddling first. But Oh, yeah, right. It is propulsion. There we go. I fired the cannon. Let's do sail physics now. Cool. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need to open our... We're gonna need to do it on the boat at the beginning because that's already got a sail, so I don't have to model a sail real quick. All right. Yeah, okay. I called it a Carrack, because it looks like one to me, but cool. So, a short Odyssey uses, vertex colors to control how, the wind goes. So, can I... Wait, what does the UVs look like for this? Okay, we're just gonna manually... No. Yeah, we're just gonna... We're gonna add a color attribute. Vertex color. Face corner. Okay. Then we're gonna add, we gotta find some geometry nodes that produce colors real quick. Palm. Node tree. Color each leaf, is that the one I wanted? Alright. By the way, I got this model from, the very good people at Polyhaven. If you're looking for 3D models, Polyhaven is a fantastic resource. All the models are absolutely free, royalty-free, CC0 licensed. You can use them for whatever you want. And this is not an ad. I just really like Polyhaven. All right, geometry nodes. So I'm gonna take the sails. We're gonna add a modifier, geometry nodes, and then we're gonna view our attribute. Color attribute, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, we got a little bit of something here. What is this? How does this work? This is going to take the UV map. Okay, we're going to add a second set of UVs. Cool. And then we're going to use that to control how we want the... Okay, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to use the second UV map to control where we want things to show up. Oh, wait. Whoopsies. UV map 01. Okay, so. UV editing. UV to grid of squares. No. Oh, okay. 1 second. These guys need to be more. Minimum stretch. Okay. So, what was it again? Okay, color attribute. So, if I recall correctly, on the red channel, we want the stiffest parts to be black, and we want the most wiggly bits to be red. So... And then on the blue channel, it's kind of the same, but... We're gonna see. We're just gonna see how this turns out. It might be a disaster, but... Okay, so now these have color attributes. We're gonna export the whole thing. Wait. Yeah, actually we don't want that one. We just want these. Okay. Where did Carrick? It's in meshes. Okay, save that. So the point of the vertex colors was to show the engine how to make the sails move. Oh shit. That's not what I meant to do. But this guy. Okay. Transform. You can select stuff in Blender while the dialogue is open? Oh, you can. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of handy. Okay. Hey, look at that. That worked way better than I thought it would. I honestly didn't think it was going to be one click. I thought this would fail. But now we actually have some blowing sails. That's really cool. And I used the same... Oh yeah, that's some underwater stuff. This is using the exact same code that I used for the leaves. So this guy is blowing. He's got similar vertex colors on his leaves. That looks awesome. Thank you, Grub Stomper. I'm really happy with that. Okay. We got 15 minutes left. Hi, Emma. I am going to see... We might just play the game. Let's just play some of the game. Let's go do the big thing. Let's fight Leviathan. Let's see if I get killed. So, let's get a sword. Definitely gonna need a sword. And then we're gonna... Okay. Actually, I'm gonna walk over there so we can... That means we will get wobbly bits all over the island soon. We'll get sails and flags. Yeah, I mean, it should just work. Like, flags, I might want to do a more complicated simulation. Like, you see Luigi's hair? That's actually a, that's got actual physics on it, so it's actually reacting to the way that you walk and everything. Because there's actual little colliders on there. But anyway, let's do our journey to the other side of the island. Alright, not gonna talk to Vinny, because we've already talked to Vinny before. Take in my, mandolin playing for 2 seconds. A flag and a ponytail. Yeah, I think the flag might work a little bit more like the ponytail than, like, the leaves. Because the thing with the leaves is that they actually don't react to movement. So even though this guy's wobbling, if I walk through him, nothing changes. I'd like to fix that, but I don't really have a good way that I've thought of to do that. Alright, Old Spanish Fort, that's this guy here. Keep moving. Yeah, next game. This looks like where that Star Wars Episode 1 battle was. When we fixed walking through foliage with a physically correct manner. Yeah, I mean, that might have to be a short Odyssey too. We're gonna find out. The grass doesn't have the wobbly bits on it, but I'm actually thinking I might do a completely different mechanism for doing grass so that I can do a shit ton of grass. But we'll see if I get that implemented in time. I don't know. Alright. A lot of walking. I'm gonna hopefully come near the music change real soon. I should put more shit in this area to pick up and stuff because there's the rock that we built on a previous stream. Because there's not a lot in this transitional space here. And there needs to be more stuff. Alright, we lost the music, but there we go. But now we have the mysterious music. The second game's gonna be called the Short Iliad, not the Short... I mean, that would be weird, though, because isn't the Iliad come before the Odyssey? But maybe it is gonna be, like, about the Trojan War as well. Alright. Are we lagging out on stream? I don't know. I can't tell. This is the debug cut, so... Oh, wait. Is this the debug cut? No, this is the release cut. I don't know why it's lagging out. Alright, it's not lagging out on my screen. It's only on the stream. Anyway. It might just be OBS being weird, but... Alright, this guy. Let's screw this. Let's fight this man. Or skeleton. Alright. Stream song. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Oh shit! I gotta be more careful with this guy. Gotta parry. Gotta parry. Don't forget to parry. Oh, parry too late. Alright, got him. I'll take his halberd. Where did you source his voice lines? You mean Luis? Like the main character? That's me. That's me talking into a microphone. It's kind of silly. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but it's... I guess people are used to it now, so I guess it has to stay. But no, that is me. But there's not going to be any intelligible, like, vocal, like, any talking, because it's going to be really obvious that it's just me. I'm 27 hours in ASO, never noticed the trail on the enemies when they swing it. Yeah, it's possible that I hadn't added it at that point, but it's also possible that, yeah, it might just be it's a recent addition, I'm not sure. Alright, this guy. Y'all see this big bad boy in the background? This guy has killed many Short Odyssey players. So just so you know, yeah, if you're watching the Short Odyssey streams, this is where you get all the boss tips for fighting the big bosses. All right, he's gonna start looking at us. Yeah, there we go. We've aggroed him. I'm at half health, but it's okay because I'm excellent at the game, so we're not gonna get killed here. I think Bjorn might have been the only person to having sent me a photo of having killed Leviathan. So, whoever kills Leviathan, you know, you're in rare company. Oh yeah, this music is somewhat new. Alright, gotta rush him while he's down and hit him. Oh shit, I missed. He used the door, come on. You accusing Bjorn of cheating? Alright, we gotta stay on target. Rolls are really important here. Alright. Come on, hit him. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Alright, I got some hits on him. Okay, yeah, the stamina actually makes fighting Leviathan a lot harder. I should have brought the cannon. Yeah, possibly. Alright. I need some kind of flurry mechanic, because otherwise, actually, I realize it's quite hard to defeat Leviathan now that I've added the attacks taking stamina. But yeah, this is some hopefully Dark Souls-y shit. I don't know. Although he's not... Yeah. Oh shit, I got hit. Oh! We gotta be more careful. Gotta roll more. Alright, got him down to almost half health. Can I survive? So, Leviathan is entirely procedurally animated, which is kind of fun. He actually has no, like, other than his mouth moving, he doesn't have any, like, pre-recorded animations. He's entirely animated by code, which I wrote an Angel script for him specifically. And you can't parry the orbs. Alright. Oh! Shit. He killed me at the same time that I killed him. Uh-oh. God damn it! Where's the autosave? Okay, it's here. Let's kill him one more time. Actually, let's kill him with the cannon, because I think that would be fun. One second. Oh shit. Wait. We need to spawn it. Chat overlay is borked. What's wrong with it? I use up a lot of stamina when I watch you. Alright, let's new cannon here. Okay, shit. Oh god. It fell on its side. Come on. Let's get it back up. Uh-oh, we're getting some audio glitches. Actually, can we do it with this guy? Is this guy... No. I'm just gonna turn down the audio here because it's getting weird. Illegal word? I'm not sure. Alright, let's just kill him. Alright, well, we're getting some pretty bad audio glitches right now. Let me see if I save the game. If I just exit the game and then I can reload my autosave if they go away. Alright. Load autosave. Okay. Cool. Anyway. I think we're actually... It's 4 o'clock now. I'm probably going to end stream. But I do want to thank all you guys for tuning in. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like... subscribe down below, wishlist the game, follow me on Blue Sky, do all the things. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.